Global Virtual Classroom is a program where students in different countries work together to design a website from scratch. The usual purpose of it is to create a website that educates the public on how to make the world a better place. And so at Walton, we're really interested in forward-thinking projects and community service, and so that just sort of fit quite nicely. We have done Global Virtual Classroom, the students call it GVC, for decades now. I think the first time we did it was in 2006, and our students won then, so we've been winning pretty consistently across these years. This particular year, we had different groups participate. So language arts 6th grade participated in the primary division, which runs up through 6th grade, and they won 2nd place in the world, along with our partners in Russia and in Turkey. And then our immersion students in 6th and 7th grade, we didn't want our kids competing against each other in the same building, so they competed in the high school division with a partner school in India, and they won 3rd place in the world.
My class collaborated with a school in India to make a website about indigenous cultures of the past and present.
I was working with a school in Russia and a school in Turkey.
And I had no idea that we were collaborating with the different countries, so I thought it was going to be a really fun and cool experience. Everybody was pretty excited to be able to work with someone from a different area.
And so we actually spent 2 weeks just learning about the cultures of our partner schools. And so the students looked at the regions, the landscape, the foods, and then in particular they looked at how the school systems differed between here and there. And so when we chatted with them on Zoom the first time, there was some conversation about, we saw this in a video, is that really how it works there, that sort of thing.
Their school is a lot different than ours. Yeah, a lot more strict.
Turkey is actually probably the most interesting things rather than Russia, because I've studied like a heck lot out of Russia, like trying to gather as much information from Russia, and I think I learned almost everything I can from it.
So with Language Arts 6, they chose the topic of environmentalism. And so some students looked at locally sourced foods and gardening, some students looked at clean energy, some students looked at the oceans and sustainable recycling resources and things like that. So it was just really exciting. In immersion, they went in a different direction. So our immersion students learn both Spanish and English and have been since kindergarten. And they really wanted to explore other cultures. And so they did a topic of indigenous peoples around the world. And so they chose different continents or different regions that they wanted to explore, learned more about indigenous cultures in those areas. They've done all the research themselves.
It's a really good way to learn about new topics that you may not have known as much about, because there's a lot of fun involved and you can make games and add a lot to the website of your own creation. I learned about a lot of different indigenous tribes that I didn't even know existed. And I also learned what's happened to them today.
We Zoomed with this Indian school, and we did a lot about modern and ancient cultures, and I learned a lot about the Kakas. I had to make this whole research page thingy, and then I found a bunch of the Kakas songs on YouTube and linked them to a Google Doc, and I also drew some pictures.
Basically our one big group was environmentalism. And I would say it's kind of hard to pick one thing that I did, because I kind of did a little bit of everything. It was endangered animals to locally sourced food to trash cleanup and clean energy.
I was an editor, so I helped people get their stuff on the page, and I did a subtopic called trash pickup. I made a video game for it, which was really fun. It was fun because we got to hang out with our friends and make this really fun little website with each other.
When you can connect into an anchor point in kids, when you can tap into their personal backgrounds, when you can tap into their interests, when the learning is something authentic and real, it's not something for school, it's something for life. And that's when it's going to stay with them forever. And so maybe our children won't remember all of the information about the indigenous peoples of Senegal, but they will remember interesting facts about their friends in India. They will remember how to design a website. They will be able to pull out information about marketing and layout and how to get people to pay attention to your page over someone else's, all because they went through this experience, which is so much more authentic and real than just reading an essay or writing a report.